Hey friends, No Name Trapper with you here today. Today's video we're going to talk about footholds, different styles, a little bit of the history of footholds and the names of them. So if you're new to trapping, I think this would be a good video for you to catch. Let's get going. Alright guys, so let's start with the foundation of trapping, which is the long spring traps. There's several different sizes and styles. Going clear back to, there's actually, I think this is a number 1 single long spring, but there's a 0 I believe out there, and there's a whole range of sizes with a single long spring on one side. Okay, so you've got a number 1 here, number 1 long spring. This one is a number 1 long spring stop loss. And so when you compress this and set the trap, this flips over. So when the animal steps on the trap, jaws close and it hammers back. Okay, it's called a stop loss. So this is a number 1 stop loss long spring. Okay, so we've got the number one stop loss, and then from there we've got this one's a number 11, okay, which basically it's a number 11 and it's a double long spring, and it's basically a number 1 with another spring on the other side. Okay, so that's, if you hear a double long, that's what they mean. This one's an 11, like I said, same size as the 1, just another spring on the other side. Okay, alright, and then we move up. I believe this is a Bridger 4. Here, let's look at the pan. Yeah, Bridger number 4, double long. Okay, so single spring, double long, and they make stop losses, and they make like size 0s. That's a 1, but they make a 0. And remember, when you set these, it's important to move the levers towards the side with the dog. Okay, that way this jaw relaxes and goes down all the way. Okay, so when you set these traps, that's the first thing you do after you set them. Okay, so, and these are easy to set once you learn how. Okay, so all the traps I set, I break open on my knee. I can set any size. So I'll show you kind of the process to setting these. Alright guys, so when I set a trap, I start out with the dog facing towards me. That way I don't have to reach over the trap to set it after I compress the springs. Now, the key thing is to use your knee just above your knee, where you got that muscle cushion. And with these, you want to make sure it's a sudden push down, flip open the jaws, get your dog in place, lift your pan, and you hold the pan up like that. Boom. Move that out of the way. And there your jaw drops after you move the springs to the side with the dog. Okay, you see that? That's a number 4. You can set any size of these long springs on your knee. As soon as you learn, it's a strong downward push. It's a burst of muscle. You do it, give it one solid burst, and you've got it open, and then you flip the jaws, and that relieves the pressure off your arms. Okay, and then you get the dog set, and then you can hold the pan up even from underneath side so you can clear your hands. Alright, so there, our Bridger number 4 set, and you can set all of those long springs just like that. Okay? Alright guys, the second style trap, which is an older one that we're going to talk about, are these. And to be honest with you, I'm brain farting the name of them today. So any of you older guys who remember, if you could drop the comment. They're good traps, and you can see the style is how the design is. Let's talk about the design. You compress the one side, flip the jaws open, and then set the trap. See here, I pulled down this one side, flipped the jaws open, set the trap. Now the only thing, when this fires off, it lifts up just a little bit. Like, I mean, you can imagine that's with the jaws completely closed. So imagine like a coyote foot in there, it would only come to here, right? This was a good design trap, and actually right here was probably one of the beaver traps at the time. And so anyways, I can't remember what these are called, but this was my first trap when I was a little boy. This is a muskrat trap. It'd be a size 1. This one's a Victor, and I think that's a Victor also that had another pan put on. So anyways, I'll show you how to set these real quick too. Same concept, just a little different. Alright guys, remember, the dog towards you is how I set it, okay? Alright, so you don't have like the double long spring where there's a thing on each side, but what you do have is this little spot here. That's what you're going to use. You're going to use it like a double long, but you're going to push and counter the pressure with holding this side down. You're going to do it in a burst motion too, and they're kind of a pain. Oh, I don't even know if I got the energy today. I've been pretty sick, but I don't have the energy today. But basically, if I wasn't sick, I'd be able to set this. What you do, guys, is you hold on this side, and you push down on that one jerk motion. You flip it open, same as the other. You set the dog on the pan, okay? I've just been too sick. I ain't got the energy today. But same concept as a double long spring, and very good trap also, especially for the time. They're an older style trap as well. Alright guys, and here's where technology and everything brought us to our newer style traps. Our coil spring traps, you'll hear them referred to as jump traps also. If you hear that, that's because when they fire, they jump up off the ground, giving you a deeper catch. Okay. This is just a 1.5 Duke with a newer pan on it. That's a 650 Pro Series. Okay, so we'll go ahead and show you real quick how to set those. Same concept. Alright guys, again, dog towards me. You're going to break it open. You're going to use your hands in a sudden burst of power. Boom. You flip it open. Put the dog underneath the pan. And you just keep your finger underneath and bring it down until these 650s have a latch on them. Bada boom, bada bing. So there's how you set those. It's all the same way. You use your knee on all of it. Makes it a lot easier in my opinion. And the way I set it, you don't have to reach over. You keep the dog towards you and then you reach underneath. Everything keeps your hands safer, from what I've learned. Anyways, there's your 650. Now with these coil spring traps, you see this one's a 2 coil. They come either 2 or 4 coiled. The coils are right here, guys. This is what you're looking at. There's your 2 coils. This 650 is 4 coils. You see those coils? There's 4 of them. Okay, now those are important because when the traps fire, 2 coil doesn't jump straight up, but a 4 coil does. So that's important to know. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to snap each trap and show you the difference between your older 2 styles and your coil spring. Alright, so here's your number 11. Okay, now watch it when it fires. Okay, you notice that? Doesn't jump up, fires right in place. Okay, you're gonna notice that here too, with this little Victor #1. Fires right in place. Now you're gonna notice this one will try to lift up on me when I fire it off. See, you can't see it as much in the, I tried to allow it to come up, but it'll fire up off the ground. So that's why they call it a jump trap, and that's why it kind of moved into the future spot. Not saying these traps aren't fantastic, because they are. All of them are. They all have their purpose, they all have a place in history, and they all work really well. Some better than others. But that is what emerged the coil spring into one of the main traps on the market, and also that's why it is called a jump trap. Okay? Alright guys, that's just a short little video. If you're new to trapping, I hope it helps you out so you can kind of understand the different styles, the different terms that we use, and some of the pros and cons to each one. I appreciate you guys watching. More good videos to come. Have a good one, guys.
Got an outdoor reach, catching critters and catfish here in the countryside.